finally happened. After years and years of leaks about the second iPhone SE, okay, the iPhone SE 2, as it were, it finally launched. I was literally in my bed scrolling through Apple News this morning at about 8:59, and I'm Mountain Daylight Time, so I was scrolling, boom. All of a sudden, I get a little notification from the top from Apple News, from the Apple newsroom, saying Apple announces new iPhone SE. Okay, let's go through the internals. Honestly, this phone is quite incredible, and I've actually got quite an exclusive for you. I've got the phone right here in my hands. Everybody, this is the iPhone SE 2. I'm just joking with you. This is the iPhone 8. This is the phone that I've had for the last few years. Love it. Honestly, the iPhone SE 2 and the iPhone 8, very similar phones from the outside. If you didn't know what you were looking for, you'd say that they were the same phone. The main aesthetic difference on the iPhone SE 2 is that the Apple logo is centered like it is on the new iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro, and it doesn't say iPhone anymore. Basically, it looks up to date with the newest phones. A couple of things that look really great is the colors. So it comes in white, red, and black. Okay, so really great looking. There's the red, there's the black, there's the white. I love that centered Apple logo. I think that that looks so good, and it's kind of a power move by Apple saying, hey, we don't need any other branding on our phone other than our logo, which isn't even a word logo. It's literally just the image of the Apple, and people know that it's an iPhone. That is some power. When you can do that as a company, that is power. Okay, I'm gonna whip out the screen, boom. Also, the new Magic Keyboard for iPad Pro available to order, so at the end of this, I'm gonna be ordering that for the new iPad Pro 11-inch with the double camera system. So we'll go through that ordering process together. That's pretty exciting, and then we can review that new Magic Keyboard. So let's see what we've got with the iPhone SE here. You guys, I'm seriously so excited about this. I love Apple launch weeks. Okay, I'm gonna show you some of my favorite features. The first one is this, and you're gonna see it in this image. The black front, the white back. This Stormtrooper look on the iPhone SE looks so good. Previously, if you got the white back, first of all, it was more of a creamy silver more than it was like pure polarizing white. And then also the front bezels were also white to go along with that back. So that's the first thing that's different. And I think that it looks so good. That is honestly the one that I would get right there. The reason I didn't get it before is because the white bezels always looked a little bit silly to me, although I did have a white bezeled iPod back in the day. Okay, like I said, the iPhone SE comes in 3 beautiful colors: black, white, and product red. It'll be available for pre-order starting Friday, so in just a couple of days at just $400. This is an amazing price point. This is the best phone on the market that you can buy for this price point. We live in a day when iPhones are coming out that are cheaper than a OnePlus. And that used to be completely flipped. And the iPhones are top of the line. The thing is that this iPhone SE that you see here, this has the same chip on the inside, the A13 Bionic, as the iPhone 11 Pro. You guys, if you don't care about the cameras, and if you like Touch ID, for some people this might be a feature more than it is taking anything away. If you enjoy Touch ID, which personally I do, if you don't mind the bezels, which personally I don't, I'm telling you, I've had this phone for 3 years. I'm looking forward to upgrading. The iPhone 12 is going to be my next phone. But this phone is fantastic. I think that it looks great. You don't look at this phone and say, oh, those bezels. Honestly, don't even think about it. Touch ID is fantastic. You guys, if you don't care about these things, this has the newest internals you can get on an iPhone. Literally, this has the only thing that the iPhone SE is missing from the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro is the same thing that the new iPad Pro is missing, and that's the Apple U1 chip. Now, what the U1 chip allows you to do, it basically allows you to do directional targeting. What that means is that instead of just airdropping to a general area, going onto AirDrop and saying, hey, here's the people nearby you that you can airdrop to, you can point your phone at somebody, and directionally it'll say, hey, here's the people in the room, but then it'll also say, here's the people that you're pointing at. It kind of speeds up the airdrop process. Also, with Apple's upcoming release of AirTags, which is kind of in the rumor mix right now, their competitor to Tile, I think that the U1 chip is going to be massively important, but I'm not 100% sure, so we'll have to wait and see. The fact that the new iPhone SE doesn't have the U1 chip tells me that AirTags are going to be usable without a U1 chip in your phone, okay? Or else I think that they would have released it with the iPhone SE, and I think that they would have released it at the same time as the iPhone SE, unless they want an event around it, which apparently they do. So those AirTags are probably going to be coming out in June during WWDC. Back to the iPhone SE. That's why we're here in this video. Okay, the iPhone SE, beautiful, popular design, 4.7-inch display. I love it, although I will say I am excited to get a larger phone. I'm going to be getting the 12 Pro Max, the 6.7-inch rumored iPhone. I'm looking forward to that. Obviously, that's in a few months. But the 4.7-inch design, it's not bad at all. Black, white, and red, I honestly think it looks incredible. The A13 Bionic, we already talked about that. The fastest chip in a smartphone. I honestly believe Apple with that because of their software optimization. Technically, Android could have faster chips and things like this. Nothing is as optimized in software as well as iOS. I'm being completely honest. Not even tvOS, not Mac OS. Nothing is as optimized in the world today as iOS when it comes to user-facing software. And so, literally incredible. You're getting that brand new chip. Again, this is only $400. The new camera experience is one of the most interesting things, I think, about the iPhone SE, in my opinion. Again, there's just a single lens on the iPhone SE. So what does that mean for us? That means typically that you wouldn't have portrait mode. Never before in an Apple device has a single camera lens provided you with portrait mode, and it's all computerized. It's not even using optical image sensing. It's literally computerized, sensing the face, sensing the objects immediately around your face, and adding bokeh to the rest of the image. It's pretty incredible what Apple can do now just through camera software. And so even though you have a single lens on the back, you're still getting portrait mode, which is pretty awesome. And I think, personally, that that's a huge selling feature of the iPhone SE. Let's see. Videos provide stereo audio recording. Okay, that also exists on the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. And cinematic video stabilization, that's nothing new. What the video capability doesn't have on the iPhone SE is audio zoom. Everything Apple has to offer talks about Apple services, which I think is a really great deal. Remember, when you buy an iPhone SE now, you get Apple TV Plus for the next year. So that's a $60 value. I'll give you my quick take right now. Yeah, it's great. It's a plus. I wouldn't say it's the only reason to buy a phone right now. Hey, I'm going to buy a new phone just so I can get Apple TV Plus. I'd hold out if that's kind of your mindset. But if it's, hey, plus I get Apple TV Plus for a year, like that's a sweet benefit, then yeah, totally. You're right. That's an awesome benefit. But I wouldn't say that it's the only reason I'd get a new Apple device right now. But it's kind of cool. Touch ID is back on the iPhone SE. Really fantastic. Obviously, you get all of the features of iOS 13. And then also, you know, all of the things of iOS 14 and a few products years to come. Honestly, you're getting the iPhone 11 Pro without the body and some of the physical features of the iPhone 11 Pro, like the cameras and the screen. And, you know, a couple of the, like we talked about the U1 chip. Of course, you won't be getting that. But you're getting the speed and the processing power of the iPhone 11 Pro in your iPhone SE for $400. That's a pretty steal of a deal. That means that you're going to be getting software updates at least for the next 5 years on your iPhone SE for $400. So if you're looking for a new phone, of course, I would get the iPhone SE. I would highly recommend purchasing the iPhone SE. If you're looking for a new phone now and you don't care about waiting for the new features of the iPhone 12 or 12 Pro, you just want a phone that's going to work well for a long time, made by Apple, so it's an iPhone obviously, the iPhone SE is the phone for you, and if you're on a budget. This is an incredible phone. So that's the iPhone SE. If you have any more questions for me, drop them down below. I'll be happy to answer them for you. Now let's look at what else there is, because the other thing that Apple released today, and I thought that they came in one announcement because the notification came down in one. It says Apple releases new iPhone SE and makes available the Magic Keyboard for pre-order. It's awesome, and the Magic Keyboard, I believe, comes next week. Yes, begins arriving next week. Again, the Magic Keyboard looks awesome. It kind of turns your iPad into a computer. Now, I haven't yet gotten the new iPad with double camera, the iPad Pro 2020. And so I'll be ordering that right now, as well as the Magic Keyboard. Apple Store. iPhone SE. Look at that. It's so cool. I love that black front with the white back. That is so awesome. iPad Pro. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to buy this 11-inch silver 128 gigs engraving. Okay. Good. iPad Pro 11-inch Wi-Fi 128 gigs. Honestly, 128 gigs is perfect for me. A lot of the things that I do are online anyways, and so I don't need a ton of space. The only time that I need a lot of space, I feel like, is on the Mac because there's a lot of video editing, kind of lots of footage passing on and off of the hard drive, and so I feel like that it's really important to have a lot of space on there. Okay, so there we go. We added the iPad to the cart. Here we go. Here's our Magic Keyboard for iPad Pro 11-inch, 2nd gen, US English, perfect. And let's add that to the bag. All right, so I've got these 2 things in my bag now. One of them delivers April 24th to May 1st, and the iPad's going to deliver April 21st to April 23rd. Perfect. Okay. Great, so I'm going to order both of these things, and we'll be getting those, it looks like next week. Today's the 15th. Okay, so in about a week and a half, we'll be getting both of those things. I'm super looking forward to it. That's the iPhone SE. That's the new iPad Pro Magic Keyboard, and I'll have a review for you out on that Magic Keyboard as soon as possible here. And thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you again in the next episode. And if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me, and it will help me out. And share this with your friends so we can get this channel some momentum going a little bit. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Peace. And happy launch week.